this video we'll discuss about the human brain. So brain. The human brain is also known as encephalon. Encephalon. So this is another name that we give to the brain, that is encephalon. Now let's talk about some properties of the brain, like the weight and how many neurons are there. So first of all, the brain is actually 1200 to 1400 grams. This is the normal weight of the brain. And also this brain consists of 100 billion of these neurons. 100 billion neurons. So we know that neurons are the structural and functional unit of the brain or the whole nervous system. So the neurons are actually, there are actually 100 billions of these neurons in the brain itself. Let's talk about the functions of the brain. The brain actually controls involuntary actions. Voluntary actions. So voluntary means, like, voluntary actions are the actions that are under our control or our will. So here we talk about like when we are doing exercise or running, or it's all depends on the skeletal muscles. So this is the voluntary action. So it controls the voluntary actions. It also controls equilibrium. Equilibrium is the balance of the body. So this also the brain controls, and also it controls the functioning of visceral organs. So visceral organs, especially the involuntary organs. Visceral means involuntary. That means involuntary is something that is not under our control. So we can take examples of these visceral organs as lungs, heart and kidneys, and all the other visceral organs. So the brain also controls the functioning of these very important vital visceral organs like this. It also controls thermoregulation, and it also controls our behavior, human behavior. That means how we behave, how humans act or behave, and many other things. So these are some examples of what the brain controls. And the brain also helps in processing of vision. So the eyesight, like the vision. It also controls hearing. How do we hear? Speech, thoughts means like how we think, all the emotions and all those things. It also controls memory. So the brain converts the short-term memory into long-term memory. So these are the examples of what the brain helps in processing. It helps in processing the vision, hearing, speech, thoughts and memory. So these are some functions of the brain or some properties. Also, this brain is covered by cranial meninges. So meninges or cranial meninges. So these meninges are actually the things that actually protect the brain, because brain is actually a very sensitive structure in our human body. So that's why brain and spinal cord as well, but here we're talking about brain only. So the brain is protected by these meninges. There is skull as well, but inside the skull also the brain needs some protection. That is done by the cranial meninges. We can also call it meninges or cranial meninges. Now the cranial meninges is of three types, not types but three layers of these meninges. The first one is called as dura mater. This is the outer layer. There is one more called arachnoid matter. Arachnoid matter. And there is pia matter. So this is the outermost layer and this is the innermost layer. So outermost and the next outermost and the third outermost. That is, this is the inner layer. So these are the three layers of these meninges that are present in the human brain. This is one more thing that we need to know. Now let's talk about the human brain, the classification of the human brain. So we can do it here. The brain can be classified as different categories. The first one is known as prosencephalon. The second one is mesencephalon. And the third one is rhombencephalon. So the prosencephalon is actually the forebrain. So its common name is forebrain. Mesencephalon is the midbrain. Rhombencephalon is the hindbrain. So for these common names, there are these scientific terms that are given, that is prosencephalon, mesencephalon and rhombencephalon. What does the prosencephalon or the forebrain consist of? It consists of cerebrum, which makes up the major part of the brain. Also, prosencephalon consists of thalamus and hypothalamus. The hypothalamus is responsible for controlling the thermoregulation. So thermoregulation, so here we have written the brain controls thermoregulation, that is actually done by this structure called the hypothalamus, which is present in the forebrain. Now let's come to mesencephalon. The mesencephalon consists of optic lobes. These optic lobes actually integrate the optic lobes integrate the sensory information from the eyes. This is the function of the optic lobes. So optic means something related to eyes. So they actually integrate the sensory information from the eyes. They actually receive the nerve impulse from the eyes. That is there in the mesencephalon. Also, this brain consists of cerebral peduncles. So these are some little structures also which are present in the brain, that is cerebral peduncles. These cerebral peduncles attach the cerebrum to the brain stem. So cerebrum is the something which is making up the major part of the brain to the brain stem, which is like an extension of the medulla oblongata that we will see. Next one is rhombencephalon. The rhombencephalon is also known as hindbrain. Here we talk about cerebellum. Cerebellum is mainly responsible for controlling the equilibrium, that is balance of the body. So for let's take an example to understand the equilibrium. So whenever some people drink alcohol, that time we see like on the streets as well, the people they can't balance their body. That is because of the alcohol hits the cerebellum of the brain, and that's why they can't balance their body. So that's why they walk like randomly. So that is the main function of the cerebellum, that is equilibrium. It helps in balancing our body and walking properly. There is one more called pons varolii in rhombencephalon, and the last one is medulla oblongata, or we can just say medulla. The main function of the medulla is actually to control involuntary actions. So we write here. So involuntary, functioning of the visceral organs, or involuntary. So mainly like breathing, it controls like breathing, that is respiration. It also controls some cardiovascular reflexes and also gastric secretions. So these are some functions of the medulla oblongata. So here we discussed about prosencephalon, that is forebrain, and mesencephalon, that is midbrain, and rhombencephalon, that is hindbrain. Prosencephalon consists of cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus. You can write here hypothalamus helps in thermoregulation. Mesencephalon is midbrain. It has optic lobes and cerebral peduncles. So the optic lobes actually integrate the information from the eyes. Cerebral peduncles, which actually attaches the cerebrum to the brainstem. Rhombencephalon, that is hindbrain. This one has cerebellum, pons varolai, medulla oblongata. So in this video we discussed about the brain, that is encephalon. So if you observe carefully, the word encephalon is there in these forebrain, midbrain, and hindbrain scientific terms. So we can take prosencephalon, prosencephalon. So encephalon is actually the brain, and mesencephalon. Encephalon is actually the brain again. So here as well. So that's how the name comes for these three parts of the brain. The brain is, the weight is 1200 to 1400 grams approximately, and it has 100 billion number of neurons, and it controls voluntary actions, equilibrium. So equilibrium means the balance, functioning of the visceral organs, mainly involuntary, especially important involuntary organs like lungs, kidney, heart, and other things. So again, it also controls the human behavior, and it helps in processing vision, hearing, speech, thoughts, and memory. Thoughts means like emotions. And it is covered by meninges. Meninges has dura mater on the outer side, arachnoid matter in the middle, pia mater on the inner side. The brain is divided into three categories: prosencephalon, mesencephalon, and rhombencephalon. Prosencephalon has cerebrum, thalamus, and hypothalamus. Mesencephalon has optic lobes and cerebral peduncles. Rhombencephalon has cerebellum, pons varolai, and medulla oblongata. So in this video we discussed about the brain, some of the properties and the functions and what it helps in controlling, and it is covered by meninges, some properties of the brain, and also we looked at some of the parts of the brain.